where did you run off to? Have you gone to the toilet or something? It is almost that time, so I think I'm about to go home now.
Wait, what do you mean? It still isn't the end of the workday yet.
Oh, come on! Okay, so it's really 20 minutes away. So what? That is just an accounting error at best, don't you think?
Well, did you get permission from the section chief to leave early? Because if you didn't I think this is just going to cause problems for you down the line when they review work times. It probably won't make you look great in the company's eyes either.
Well, I am getting married, so it's not like I'm going to be sticking around here for long anyways. So if I'm being honest, I really don't care at all what the section chief might or the company might think of me. Even if he decides to cut my pay, it's not like I'm going to be here long enough for it to really affect me. After all, the man I am going to marry is a CEO. Money will never be a problem for me again.
So you're going to be quitting your job because you're getting married? This is the first that I'm hearing about any of this.
What do you mean? I definitely remember telling you that I was going to be getting married.
No, that's not what I mean. You did say you were going to be getting married, but I don't remember hearing anything about you quitting.
Well, I just assumed it was kind of common sense that once you get married, you would quit your job. Oh wait, someone like you might not understand that, huh? As I recall, you aren't married or anything like that. You've probably never had to consider it in the way that I had to.
Okay, I can tell you are starting to get upset with me, and quite frankly, I don't want to deal with that. So we can table that conversation here. But if you are going to quit, I just ask that you do the proper work to prepare whoever takes over for you to transition smoothly into doing your work.
What are you talking about? Why would I do something like that when I have you here?
I am sorry, I don't really follow. What do you mean when you have someone like me here?
I mean that I will have you just do all that boring stuff for me before I quit, so I'm not really worried about it.
Excuse me? You're going to make me do the work for you? Just what is that supposed to mean?
Well, don't worry. I will start you off with something light. I will swing by your desk later today and give you the work I have to do. Make sure you go do it all correctly.
Excuse me? Are you serious about this? What are you even thinking? And just why the heck is it me who has to do all of your work? What are you trying to pull here?
I told you it will be fine. Besides, like I said, today is just a light load. You'll be fine.
So you're telling me that you're really just going to leave your work on my desk and then go home? You are really going to make me do your work when we only have less than 20 minutes in the workday? Have you gone crazy?
Well, since it is almost the end of the workday, you have all of your own work done already, right?
That is right. I planned out my workday and chipped away at what I had to do in such a way that I would be done by the end of the workday. Like how you are supposed to do. The only thing I have left to do is to respond to an email I have sitting in my inbox.
Okay, well, since you have so much free time on your hands, you should have no problem doing my work for me too.
Okay, I just got back to my desk right now, and what is all of this? This is too much paperwork. I thought you said you didn't have much to do today. This can't just be today's work.
No, you're right. It is today's work, plus all the work I had with deadline for today.
You mean all of this needs to be submitted by the end of the day? What have you even been doing all this time while you've been in the office?
Right! I suppose you wouldn't know since you aren't married, but once you do have wedding plans, there is just so much planning that needs to get done. So I was taking my time here at the office to take care of all of that. I mean, there really is so much that you need to do. You have to pick out things like your wedding dress, and before that, you have to pick out the dress you're going to wear to meet the groom's parents, and you have to buy a whole bunch of other stuff brand new.
Okay, Michelle, I understand that planning a wedding must take a lot of work and preparation, but please don't tell me that while you've been sitting at your laptop at work, that this whole time, you have actually just been shopping for dresses.
But that is totally what I was doing. I don't have time to do it after work. That is when I got the esthetician. And I still need to write up the invite list for the wedding. I just have too much to do, don't you understand? If I didn't search for my dresses here, then I wouldn't have any time at all.
So you really think it's appropriate for you to be using your work laptop just for some online shopping?
Well, of course. It's not like I'm going to be using my phone at my desk all day. Besides, the laptop gets a good internet connection and the screen is so much larger.
Well, you seem to be looking at your laptop with some very serious expressions recently.
That's right. That is because tomorrow I am going to meet the groom's parents for the first time. So I was thinking very hard about what dress would suit me best when I did. I decided that my only option was to buy from a very expensive brand. Plus, I still have to go out and buy myself some brand new makeup. So I figured the best way to handle the whole situation was to leave my work to you while I do the more important wedding planning. Besides, you live alone and don't really have any plans after work anyways, right?
Okay, Michelle, enough fooling around. I mean, first of all, there is no way that I will be able to handle all of this work you left me. It is too much.
What are you talking about? We have tomorrow off, so just pull an all-nighter and get it done, and then you can sleep in tomorrow.
You don't understand. I have something really important that I need to take care of tomorrow. I can't just sleep in and waste the day.
Oh, please. How important could your thing really be compared to my wedding? Anyways, I have someone waiting for me, so let's wrap this up, okay? I have a big date tonight. I'm seeing my sugar daddy so that he can give me the money I need to buy the dresses I want to wear when I meet my fiancé's parents. And there's no way I can be seen looking all tired after work.
Your sugar daddy? Michelle, are you seriously engaged in seeing two men at the same time?
What? Me? No, please, of course not.
Yeah, that is what I thought. There's no way you'd be cheating on someone who you already agreed to marry, right?
Not that silly. I meant, of course, not about two men, because I'm actually seeing 5 different guys.
What? You were seeing 5 different guys all at once?
Oh, come on. You know me. Do you really think one man would have what it takes to satisfy me? Let's see. I'm dating a super handsome guy, a crazy talented chef, a guy who I use when I need to buy something, and one guy who likes some of the same interest I do. And of course, I have my CEO fiancé who's going to make sure that I am set for life. Actually, I typically rotate them.
Wow. That is just... wow. Sounds like things would turn really bad for you if you got found out, huh?
Right? That would be crazy. But thankfully, there's no way that would happen. They're all people who really have nothing to do with each other in their own lives. I'm not dumb. I wasn't about to just start dating 5 best friends at the same time or something. Anyways, I don't mind talking to you. You and I just live in 2 different worlds, and it is not like you will do anything to mess with me. Anyways, like I said, I have my big date. So make sure you get all that work done.
So you are really serious about leaving all of this work for me to do by myself?
Hello, Hannah. I hope you have been well. I am sorry to bother you on your day off, but I was wondering if you knew what the best way to get into contact with Michelle was.
Oh, hi, Harry. It's okay. Did something happen? I'm not sure she'll be available today. She told me that she's going to be meeting her fiancé's parents today.
Wait, what? I was only messaging because I have something about an affair she's in charge of at work. I got a call from a partner we were working with at a different company, who said the documents he was expecting today hadn't reached his office.
Wait, sorry. May I ask which company this is?
Yeah, of course. We're working with M Corp. Actually, I went to college with Michelle's counterpart over there who called asking. He was telling me that he only has her work email, but that he really needs to get in contact with her and was asking if I knew a way to reach her, since we have the day off today. He sounded like it was pretty urgent.
Oh my goodness, you've got to be kidding me. Yesterday, Michelle came by and dumped all of her work onto my desk. I had to work well into the night to try and get it all sorted and ready. But I don't remember seeing any documents for MCorp. Are you telling me she really still has more work she hasn't done after all that?
Do you think it was possible you just don't remember seeing it and all of that work?
Do you think I would be forgetting seeing something from MCorp? They are one of our oldest partners. There's no way I would forget.
Well, I don't really understand what is going on between you and her, and what the status of her work is. I was just messaging to pass along that MCorp is waiting on some documents to be returned that still haven't.
Well, I guess we'll have to try and do something about those MCorp documents today then, won't I? Harry, could you do me a favor and send a message to the section chief? Tell him that I'm headed to the office.
But I remember you told me earlier that you had something you needed to do today, right? You said it was really important, and that there was no way you were going to be able to make it to work today, right?
You're right, I did say all of that. But thankfully, my thing is not until the evening. So I'll just have to try and get all of this done before then. I guess I've taken over for Michelle after all.
I really am sorry about all of this. All this work really should have been done a long time ago. This should have never fallen on your shoulders.
Thank you for apologizing, but it really is fine. After all, it's not like you had anything to do with this anyways. So I am the one who is sorry for sucking you into all this stupid drama.
It's no problem. I'll also head to the office so I can help you get it done faster. I'll leave as soon as I finish talking with the section chief.
Would you really do that? Thank you so much, Harry. That means a lot. I know that none of this was supposed to fall to you either. So I really appreciate you coming out here on such short notice to help with all of his work.
It isn't an issue. I'll be there as soon as I can.
Well, still, I am sorry for making you rush around so much today, too. Anyways, I'll see you at the office. Drive safely.
Don't you think I gave that cheap dress of yours a little flair by throwing red wine on it? I think it looks much better now.
What the heck is your problem? I mean, really, what were you thinking? Why would you throw wine at me? What did I do to deserve that?
What did you do? Let's think. Today is my wedding day, and yet you really thought that I would want a downer like you showing up and crashing the whole thing? Why did you even bother coming here? This was supposed to be my perfect day.
What are you even talking about? Why did you think I came today? I was invited.
What did you just say? You think that you were invited to my wedding? Well, I certainly never remember sending you an invitation. I bet you just invited yourself, didn't you, you conniving little rat?
Well, if you must know, I never wanted to come to the wedding of the lazy woman who never did her job and dumped all of her work on me anyways.
What did you just say? You think I didn't do my work? You were the whole reason I was fired in the first place.
You think that I made you leave your job? You and I both know that I don't have that kind of power.
But what did you do was go out without asking me and take over my project. You really must think the world is yours to do whatever you want, huh? Not only that, but you had to go and tattle on me to the section chief at MCorp. That is how you got me fired.
Michelle, I am sorry, but everything you just said is the result of your own actions. This is what you get for leaving all of those important documents undone up to the very last minute. Harry, the section chief, and myself all had to go into the office on a Sunday to make sure that those documents were ready to go as soon as possible. Do you know how hard we had to work to get those done? And on the weekend, no less. Not only that, but the section chief from MCorp wasn't able to get in contact with you, which meant that they couldn't get their work done either.
But I just forgot. It's not that big of a deal, right?
Well, even that were true. Your solution to forgetting was to dump all of that work onto me so that you could ignore your work duties and go home early. If you really can't see how all of that would result in being fired, then I don't know what else to say. And I also really do not appreciate you trying to play the blame on me.
But it's all your fault. You ruined my plans to leave my job in style and smoothly start my life as a pampered housewife. You ruined everything. I don't want anything to do with any of your creeps from work ever again. And that especially means that I don't want any of you showing up to my wedding either. Especially you. I don't know who you had to kiss up to try and sneak your way in here. But all I did was do you a favor by throwing wine on your cheap dress. I don't want your wedding present, and I don't want your wedding presents, so just leave already.
Are you sure about this, Michelle? Do you really want me to leave right now?
Are you stupid? Of course I do. I said get out, so go.
All I am saying is that if I leave now, I think the rest of this day is going to go really poorly for you. Are you really ready to deal with that?
What are you talking about? Are you trying to threaten me? Do you really think that just because you usurped my position at the company, that makes you better than me? Who do you think you are? You are letting all of this go to your head.
All right. But I think I should let you know that the person who invited me was none other than your fiancé. And I was just thinking that if he finds out that you sent one of his guests away, that he might not take very kindly to that.
Whatever. Just tell him you felt sick and had to leave. I don't care. And let me guess. You just know my Jerry because you went to college or high school with him or something like that, right? Well, to him, I bet you're just another face in the crowd of this huge wedding who he won't miss if you weren't here.
Yeah, you might be right. And since you are clearly so serious about all of this, I guess I can just go home.
Good. And never show your face around me ever again. Goodbye for good. Hannah? What is going on here? Explain yourself right now. Once he found out that you had just left, he just ran out of the venue. What is going on?
I figured he might do something like that. I tried to warn you. But I really didn't think that he was going to take well to you kicking his older sister out after throwing wine on her dress.
Wait, what? What do you mean, older sister?
What do you mean, what do I mean? Do you even know anything about the man you are about to get married to? Did you even know that he had an older sister?
Well, I know that she's some kind of working woman. But when I went to go meet his family, I was told that she had some sudden work come out and wouldn't be able to make it. But don't tell me that was you.
That's right, it was me. And the reason I wasn't able to show up was because I was stuck at the office doing that work that you dumped on me.
Wait, but that can't be right. You two have different last names. How can that be?
We have different last names because I'm married.
No, this is too much. You're married?
Yes, married. We joined the company around the same time, but we're working in different departments until about 3 years ago. And not that you ever asked, but we have been married for about 4 years.
So then, you're telling me that you're not single? But you don't even wear a ring.
Yes, that is correct. I have an allergy to metal, so I can't.
And so that is why you never wear any accessories and always look so boring?
Rude. Well, it's not like he loves me in an incestuous way, but I think his feelings should be pretty easy to understand. We've always gotten along well, so when he heard that I left the wedding, he must have been pretty surprised. Especially when he found out that it was his fiancée who kicked me out.
But wait, how long did you know what I was going to be marrying Jerry?
Well, he was keeping us all in the dark about his fiancée and wanted to surprise us on the day of the meeting, so I actually didn't know it was you until then. But then you mentioned that you were going to meet your fiancé's family as well. At first, I thought that it was just a coincidence. But then you showed me a photo that took you all on that day when I wasn't able to be there. And I was just shocked to see you there.
So you mean to tell me that I was the only one out of the loop?
Well, Jerry didn't know that you and I had worked at the same company either, you know. But I really was surprised when he showed me the picture of you as his fiancé.
But why didn't you ever tell me anything?
Well, Because after you met my parents, you were fired from the company. I tried to reach out to you about following up and preparing for your replacement. But you always said that you were too busy to talk, and so I never even had a chance to say anything.
But still, that you were Jerry's sister, and that I was never able to meet you because I made you do all of my work? You sabotaged me!
Are you serious right now? I was planning to go and meet my brother's fiancé the day that you left all your work behind, and as your superior, it was my job to see that it all got done. I apologized to my family for not being there, and surely thought that you would be able to put the pieces together. But I guess it really just didn't click for you, huh?
Hannah, please! Enough of all this talk! Just please come back to the venue. Of course you can be in the wedding if you're Jerry's older sister.
Oh, really? But I thought you told me that you didn't want me anywhere near you or your wedding.
Well, I take back what I said. Please, you have to come back or else Jerry isn't going to come back either. We'll have to cancel the whole thing if you don't.
I'm sorry to say, but I think your wedding is going to be canceled one way or the other.
You can't decide that. That isn't your choice to make.
I am really disappointed in you, Michelle. I don't think I could even look you in the eye anymore. I'm even disappointed in myself. I don't think I want to get married to you anymore. Tell everyone who is there that I am sorry to disappoint them, but at least they can enjoy the catered food. The wedding is off.
Wait a second. This isn't Hannah anymore, is it?
No, it's not. It's Jerry. I drew quite a bit of attention around town running around all crazy in my white tuxedo.
So then, you found Hannah and you two are together right now?
Yes, we are. And I have been showing my little brother all of the text messages you have been sending me.
You're kidding me. You didn't really do that, did you?
I did. That is why he said he doesn't want to get married to you anymore.
Wait, no. Please. There's been some big mistake here. You've got it all wrong. I was just trying to think of Jerry. That's why I put him first.
Michelle, we both know that you didn't put anyone first but yourself. You weren't putting my brother first, just your wedding to him. I don't think you'd even know what a priority was if one hit you in the face. I mean, you can't even get your own work done without making others do it for you. Jerry says he doesn't want to be with you anymore.
So then, he really isn't going to be getting married to me at all?
Well, I will try talking to him about it, but like you said, it really isn't my decision. And besides, if Jerry asks me to share with him any information I might have on you, I will do just that. So be ready for what that might mean.
You mean like how I made you do all my work? And how that got me fired? Please, you can't. Don't say any more bad things about me to him. I'm begging you.
Are you sure that that is all you were hiding from my little brother this whole time?
What? What could you possibly mean by that? I'm sure I have no idea.
You mean to tell me that he already knows about your handsome man, your chef, your personal ATM, and your hobby buddy?
Oh, right. But wait, please. You don't understand.
And then there's my brother, the fiancé. You mean to tell me that he knows about the 4 other men that you're dating right now? I mean, you even called one of them your sugar daddy. How is that anything but clear and flagrant cheating?
No, please. Please don't tell him that. Anything but that.
And you're so sure that these people you said have nothing in common would never find out about your infidelity? But I guess you didn't expect me to have a connection to your fiancé, but it's too late now.
Too late? What do you mean? You mean you told him about all the other guys already?
Well, Jerry asked me to tell him everything I know about you that he might know.
How could you? Why would you do something like that to me?
So I already told you that whatever information he asked of you, I would do my best to let him know. I told you to be ready for that.
But you've ruined my wedding. Now there is no way that is going to happen.
Did you even have a sliver of hope that things would have gone any differently at this point?
Hannah, please. I am literally begging you right now. You have to try and change your brother's mind somehow. I can't lose my chance to get married like this. I worked so hard to plan everything so it would have gone perfectly. It can't end like this. I've come too far.
I really don't think that my brother has any intention of marrying you anymore. So I really don't think that I'm going to even bother doing that. Besides, as his older sister, it is my job to protect Jerry and make sure that he is happy. And that means making sure that he does not make the mistake of marrying some woman who won't bother doing her own work and keeps 4 other partners while being engaged. Not to mention that you threw wine all over my dress. If you really think it can end any other way than this, I think you might be delusional.
Fine. Okay, I'm sorry. I apologize for everything. I promise from now on to try and be nice to you, so please, you have to help me. I am desperate.
How about instead of trying to grovel for help from me, you look inside yourself, think about what you did, and give a sincere and heartfelt apology to Jerry.
Okay, I will. I'll apologize to him too.
And you do realize that even if the wedding is off, somebody still has to pay for the venue, catering, and other expenses, right? And given the kinds of things you've been pulling, I really can't see any court siding with you in case of marriage fraud. You'll probably have to pay for the whole thing as well as compensate my brother. Anyways, you're no longer marrying Jerry, and we're not even coworkers anymore, so I really don't know why I'm bothered talking to a stranger for this long.
Wait, no, please! You can't just leave me like this. How can you be so cruel?
Oh, right. One more thing. I am also going to be charging you to get out the stain that you made on my dress. I'll also be pursuing you for emotional damages because you did so in front of the whole wedding crowd.
What? You can't be serious about that. You know that I don't even have a job anymore. Where am I supposed to get the money to pay for all of these things?
Well, darn. That sucks for you, huh? I guess you had better find a job then.
Well, what if I came back to work for the company again? You can put in a good word for me, can't you?
Yeah, I really can't see that happening, to be honest. After all, you were just one of the worst people I have ever had the displeasure of working with. I honestly would be surprised if anyone would hire you after the way you were fired.
Well then, what should I do?
That is really up to you. But if you want to lead on a good first step, I would really try and reflect hard on the things you've done and the way you've treated people. Anyways, I'm going to get out of this dress and take a shower now, so I'll be going.
Wait, Hannah, please, don't leave me. I promise I'll do my work this time. Please, come back. Please! We were almost sister-in-laws. You can't leave me like this, please.
Jerry and Michelle's wedding was, of course, canceled right away. The ceremony that was already underway was turned into a very awkward buffet afterwards, as the news of Michelle's cheating had made its way down the grapevine and among the wedding attendees. In the end, the compensation fees that were saddled onto Michelle were quite large. It also came out that among the other men she was seeing, some were married. I hear that it is just a whole other mess that she has to deal with now. I even gave her the bill for ruining my dress and made sure she paid every cent before I blocked her on everything. According to Jerry, Michelle has no choice but to move back in with her parents. He told me she makes out a meager living after having found somewhere that would hire her, but that her parents are loath to have her there and treat her very coldly. Finally, I heard she couldn't take it and moved into a tiny little apartment all by herself.